Hi, everyone, and welcome to this live. Yeah, just giving everybody a little bit of a minute to join. It's on Pause for Self-Care. Can you moderate for me, please? And share the link if you don't mind. Thank you. I'm full of fluff. It is so hot here. Um, Sorry, it's my camera orientation that's driving me nuts. Sorry if I'm not looking directly at you. I am looking at the screen, and if I look down, I'm literally looking at my leg. And it's not very nice to look at your leg when you're on a live. So, yeah. I decided to do a monthly live again. I didn't last month. I had no voice. So, yeah, that was fun. Being sick and having no voice. And I see Cami wants to join us for this live. Come, Cam. Come on. You coming to say hello? Come. Here we go. Okay, you only see her nose, but she says hello. Okay, so I wanted to start this live with a little bit of a grounding session for all of you. Something that you can use during the holiday season. Obviously, spending time with your pets is exceptionally grounding, but if you are in public or anywhere, a nice little grounding moment for you is to simply put your feet on the ground and feel the ground beneath your feet. So you feel connected, you feel safe. You can even do a little affirmation to say, hey, you are safe, you are supported, you are loved. Really so important. So yeah, put your feet on the ground right now. And if your feet cannot be on the ground, if you're sitting cross-legged, your eyes and feel your feet on the ground. We like glass Coke bottles. Not only do you get, what do you call that, a deposit fee, but it's kind of the environment because you take them back and reuse them, unlike plastic. So yeah, when we get cold drink, we get glass. Just a little tip on that sound. Yes, but feel your feet firmly on the ground. What I'd like you to do now is just wriggle your shoulders a little bit and drop them. Feel the tension releasing from your body. Take a nice deep breath. Release the stale air from your lungs. And know that in this space, you are supported and you are not alone. And yeah, anytime you are anywhere, you can feel your feet on the ground. If you can even stamp your feet on the ground just to remind yourself that you are grounded and safe. So that is a nice, easy little grounding tool. And another one, especially in the heat, ice bottles. Full a few cold drink bottles or whatever you've used recently with water, put them in the freezer and simply put them against your wrist when you're feeling anxious in the heat. Heat does tend to trigger me, so yeah, that's a tip for you. And also you can put it on the back of your neck. It already starts to trigger that vagal nerve, and you start to feel better. Okay, so the purpose of my live, I have, first of all, if you head over to Pause for Self-Care website, the link is on my new WhatsApp group. I will link that group in the comments, or I will ask Fairy, who is moderating, to put that link in the comments. Otherwise, head over to Pause for Self-Care socials. There's a holiday care plan for you. Now, you need to protect your energy in the holidays because we can be easily triggered by grief. We can be left feeling that you need to do more than you really feel like doing. And in South Africa, this is the one time of the year that we can actually relax. We don't have work on the mind. And this is the time of the year for you too. So you need to remember, don't over obligate. Take time for yourself this year. It's super, super important. Set boundaries. It's all there in this note. Thank you, Fairy, for posting the group. Yeah, head over to Pause for Self-Care socials. It is linked in the description for this channel. Yeah, I have opened groups for all the 8 pages. So 8 author and animal communicator, for 8 with love, 8 soul connections, for stig pet bereavement. They are all there in a community. So they are easy to find. And you're most welcome to join. They are not going to be busy with 1,000 people commenting. I have only allowed admins to comment, and no, there won't be hackers joining because there is approval to join. I do not like that nonsense where they join and just almost start posting links. So yeah, that won't be happening. So the holiday care plan, that's number 1. Number 2, it's the end of the month now, and my book, Paws Between the Pain, is on Etsy. That way you can download it immediately. You don't have to have contact with me, nothing. However, I do have to pay Etsy for that. So if you would like a copy of my book, you're also most welcome to WhatsApp me, and I can send it to you via WhatsApp, or I can email it to you. My banking details is in the catalog on my WhatsApp. So yeah, just follow the link on my website, either purchase via Etsy or contact me on WhatsApp, and the book will be there. So yeah, there's that. My book is basically a rewrite original book, which is My Story Why I Chose Animals. However, it has changed, and I have added mental health tools to every chapter, explaining to you mentally what happened in the chapter, and also giving you tools to help you through childhood trauma and gender-based violence. And yeah, that brings me to the next point, our 16 days of activism, which is exceptionally important, not just in the 16 days of activism, but all year round. So yeah, those who have been through it, survivors, victims, please have the courage to share your story. It is so important to others. When you share that story, people know that they're not alone. And that's why I shared mine initially. It was also my justice. And now it has evolved into helping others and giving people tools to cope, because as adults of childhood trauma, you still have repercussions, and you need that assistance. So yeah, read my book, take awareness of those tools, and take it forward into your life. It's so important. This year I've been focusing a lot on going no contact, and I actually posted a blog about going no contact with family members shortly after I watched the Oprah podcast. Excuse me. Dry throat. Um, Oprah posted about going no contact, and she spoke to families, individuals who have gone no contact with parents, and actually parents, the one lady who went no contact with her own son. And I think that is really a valuable podcast to watch. Um, and then read my blog, because that gives you a little bit more tools to help you. Um, going no contact is a last resort, but it's a very important step in, when you have a mother like me. So yeah, it's really important to know that you're not a bad person for wanting to go no contact. In fact, in that podcast, they had a hospice nurse who spoke out, and I think what she said was so valuable, because one of the biggest reasons I went no contact was the guilt tripping. So yeah, there's that. So the holiday care plan, my blog, please head over there. My book, please. I would really love it if you shared it with friends and family. Shumi wants treats, and those will increase his treat count. So he'll be very happy with you if you purchase my book and his treat count increases. What else? Stig pet bereavement. I posted a blog yesterday for that, and it's all about the second year of grief, the loneliest year of grief. I actually saw a reel with John Edward, and he was speaking about grief, how the first year you feel that overwhelm of grief. But people are somewhat there for you in that first year. For those who have lost pets, not really. It's, um, but in that first year, you somewhat have support. And by the second year, people think, oh, she's got to be over it now. But you're not really. And that is the loneliest year in grief and possibly harder than the first year. Because in the first year, you're really in fight or flight, you're in survival mode. You're just getting through that year, you're getting through those firsts. And then the second year is lonely, and you actually have to come to some kind of reality that this is how it is. And it's not easy. So, yeah, I've written a blog about that, giving you some tools to help you through the second year of grief. Um, I think it's really important to have that and have that knowledge, simply because, people might say that you are in complicated grief, but it actually isn't. It's an evolving of grief. And if you were in complicated grief, that would have already shown up in the first year. And you would have already contacted a professional. You would likely be on medication. Complicated grief is really when you are not coping at all. And that is sometimes where people actually go into a treatment facility because of their complicated grief. So, yeah, there are varying levels of coping. Nobody copes with grief the same way. And that is really important to know. So, if you need coping tools on pet bereavement, head over to Stig Pet Bereavement and just to have a look at the resources we have there. Obviously, for both childhood trauma, mental health, for grief during the holiday season, you can contact the SADAG hotlines. They are open throughout the season. Some support groups are closed, but there is a holiday list if you look at the websites. If you look at the SADAG website, you will see there that there is a holiday list of groups that is open, and you can choose support groups there that are open. My support groups closed today, in fact, so yes, I am on leave from that, but our support group WhatsApp groups will be open for our current members. So if anybody does have an emergency from current members, they can contact our WhatsApp group or a counselor, because we are like a little family. So yes, if you are in a support group, chat to your leader and find out what there is available for you for your theme of group. So I saw a little message there. What is your favorite tool for grief? And I think that is really just acknowledging that it's there. I think that is exceptionally important, to acknowledge that it's there and to have a community who acknowledges that it's there, having a friend that acknowledges that it's there. It hurts when your friends blow off your grief. And for me, especially, I have been struggling this month already because I know December is coming, and that is always a hard month for me. So, yeah, the holiday season is a tough one, and that's why I created that holiday care plan, so that you have something to integrate into your life to support your mental health. I think it's so, so important. Um, so please do join the groups that I created on WhatsApp. If you're not keen on a group, as I say, those groups will only be admins sending messages. It will not be 50 million people sending messages. So you may get one message a day from the group that you decide to join. Maybe at most two messages a day, as at the moment I'm trying to share 3 posts a week. So in December, I have brought my posting down, doing my schedules to 1 post a week so that people know that my pages are still there, basically. And that's how it's going to be for December. In January, I'll probably pick it up a little bit towards the end of the month only when support groups reopen. For my animal communication, sorry, I had two thoughts going through there at once. I will be on leave during December. I do need to take a break. I do need to take a break, and I will be back after my birthday in January for appointments. But if you do want to book ahead. I can do gift vouchers, and your friends and family can book the appointment in the next year. That is no problem. Um, so that's communications. Today is the last day for your Avon Black Friday deals. That is going to be hectic. I put my order through and it's already like on delivery, so they are clapping up those orders, people. There are some lovely things there to be ordered. Please share my links with your friends and family, and get them to join my social pages for their various interests. As I say, there is Stig Pet Bereavement for pet loss and resources there for childhood trauma and women's mental health, Pause for self-care, for animal communications. That is 8 author and animal communicator. And for just your general intuition and a bit of fun, that's 8 soul connections. 8 with Love products is for my handmade jewelry and Avon. So I have broken it up like that because there's so many things that we are doing and it's too much to go onto one page. So by all means, follow what you're interested in and just let family members and friends know that it's there. I would really appreciate it. We are all struggling right now financially. Groceries are just going up and up and up, and salaries and our income is just staying the same, and we really need that support. So please share that. Even if you buy one of my PDFs, they go from 100 Rand. So you just by doing that, you helping with pet food for the month, or you helping with something that we may need, or yes, it's my birthday in January, so I would love a little bit for the Survive January Fund. I'm giving you puppy dog glass for that, please. The Save January Fund. I'd really appreciate that. So if you could spare something and buy one of my PDFs or take an appointment in January, I'd love it. And I think that's it for today's live. I appreciate you if you have listened to this live and followed my channel. And I do hope that you have a peaceful, gentle, kind festive season. And I will see you in the new year. Cheerio.